And it's not for your second and third helpings. It's right here. Okay? Serving size. So eat a healthy diet. Okay, say amen, say ouch. But get your butt up off the couch or do some push-aways. Push yourself away from the table. Okay, got it. Go ahead, Darnetta. Got it. So eat a balanced diet. Now, reach and maintain weight that's healthy for you. So a healthy weight. A healthy weight for me is between 123 and 130. That's when I feel good. The doctor says I'm good and I don't feel like I'm a little bit bloated. I like being nimble. I got to, stick and move in case somebody try to come for me. I got to be ready to get in and get out of some chokeholds. So reach and maintain healthy weight for you. Again, seek that information from your primary care physician. And the older you get, the more exercise you need because the metabolism slows down. So that don't mean shovel it in. That means get up and start moving around. Now, find ways to be physically active. The one thing I say, and I know yesterday I told my daughter I was going to unionize. I was going to be a one-person union shop because I didn't like the appointments that were coming in. And if I don't say I hate your business or I'm quitting, then it wasn't a difficult week. That's how I see that. But I'm very grateful because we sat at home for 3 years while she was in homeschool and then COVID hit and now her business gets us out. So we are lifting, pulling, kneeling. The only thing we don't get in is enough cardio. But other than that, it's a lot of physical movements. And plus, because of that, I started stretching consistently. So definitely get to some physical activity, especially if you have a seated position in your employment. And even with the standing desk, we go to people's houses and now they have the treadmill and the standing desk so they can walk while they work. And that's going to help you. They do say sitting is the new smoking, so that's no bueno. So definitely incorporate some physical activity. Again, seek your primary care physician for what it is that you can and cannot do. You want to wear safety equipment as needed. When I lived in Florida, I don't know if this is the case, if people that live in Florida are still there, they had a no helmet law in Florida because of the heat. And so they had a whole bunch of head injuries because that's like where bike week is and everything. And so a lot of our drivers had motorcycles, they had crotch rockets, they had Ducatis. Everybody had a Harley with a bunch of shit on it. A couple people had Hondas. They told them don't park that bullshit in the parking lot. Anyway, and so our tech manager had a motorcycle as well. And he laid his bike down and he brought all his PPE in and put it in the cafeteria and said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this PPE. His helmet was all scratched up, all his jacket and his pads, everything, his boots, because it almost totaled the bike. And so, yes, and my daughter will tell you how important safety equipment is and how the first 8 months that she was doing her business, she was working in Chuck Taylor's. I was like, you need some safety shoes. No, I don't. I'm good. And she got scoliosis. Wouldn't listen to me. Back start hurting, joints start hurting. Now she got on work shoes. She has on knee pads and gloves and eye protection when we need it. And definitely 3-point contact, brace her when she's on a ladder high up in the air and all of that. But she wasn't feeling none of it. So for the first 8 months, and a back brace. Yes, I knew it was one more thing too. So yes, and she now has a brick for her back too. So when she's at home, she can lay on the back on the brick on the back too for scoliosis. It's manageable. She's good to go. We don't need thoughts and prayers right now. Okay, so wear safety equipment as needed, especially to protect your head, and then manage your chronic conditions. So if you have diabetes and epilepsy and all these illnesses that affect the frontal lobe, you have to take it seriously. And as I mentioned, my mother has seizures from my grandfather and she doesn't take it seriously. She still drinks, she still takes prescription drugs recreationally and continues to have seizures to the point where she can no longer drive. And that could have all been manageable, but it is what it is. So managing that, and it's making the frontal lobe deteriorate. Okay, so in summary, when you think about your frontal lobe, and this is the important part, you're telling a part of your brain to think about yourself. I'm going to say that again, and I want you to write that down. When you think about your frontal lobe, when you think about your frontal lobe, you're telling a part of your brain to think about yourself. And no, she doesn't really need to be driving because she was never a good driver. She's always getting a speeding ticket. So no, she definitely does.